Hello? Mr. Wankman. No, what's wrong with the quality? Are you sure you can't manually lower that? Can't you lower that to something a little more your computer's speed? I don't know how much I really can lower it. I mean, I can make my window smaller. That probably lowers the quality a little, but I don't know how much good that really does. And I was just gonna say how good it is to have you back. I haven't seen you in a stream in a long time. I miss you, my friend. Oh, hold on. I still have all this crap on the screen. What am I doing? Where is it? Okay. Oh, yeah. I need to get that off of there. I was doing something else with that earlier. And there we go. Quality is set to source only. How do I change that? Can I do that? Is that something that I have to change on my end, or what? Oh, hold on. I need to send out a message to some people that I'm starting the stream. Give me a second here. Okay. Oh. Oh, I was just messaging Ma Dry Bread. I was just sending you a message on Discord to let you know that this was happening, but I guess you knew. Yeah, Mr. Wankman, I think we would all like to see you get better computer. Okay. So, for like the last 2 weeks, I think the only person watching was our old friend Bukake Tsunami. So you guys have probably missed a lot of events in the fort. Over here, you see this flashing G right here? That was a giantess who showed up. And now there's her blood, her partial skeleton, and a pile of vomit, just for a little added flavor. She was handled pretty well. What else do we have going on? And Mr. Wankman, I don't really know how that happens though, because like that's if the other streams have had different quality settings, it's not by like any doing of my own. That's just like Twitch doing that stuff automatically. What else? So here's the barracks, yeah, that's still going on. Most of the military dwarves seem to be wounded or disfigured in some way. That's gonna happen. Down here, we're starting a little snake zoo. All these little black S's are black mambas. And they're tamed, but I don't know how effectively they've been tamed, so there's a cage trap in their doorway in case any of them go wild and try to bust out of their little zoo. I put nest boxes in here, thinking maybe the snakes lay eggs, because I think somebody told me that. But all the nest boxes are just occupied by turkeys and geese and ducks. Regular egg-laying animals. Instead of snakes. Oh no. I'm sorry, Mr. Wankman. Hey, there's a couple of people. Shadow Bolt and one up. Oh, Husky Wolf. I don't know most of these people. Welcome, everybody. Never seen this game before. Well, this is Dwarf Fortress. Oh god. Oh, there's so many people here. Okay, so who here likes Dwarf Fortress? I've been playing on this fort for the last few weeks. On this newest version of Dwarf Fortress. It's been pretty eventful. Any of my regulars here can tell you we had a forgotten beast down in our caves, and it was quite an ordeal. Let me see if I can find the remnants of that. Yeah, down here somewhere, there was this randomly generated forgotten beast down in my caves, and it was a pterosaur made out of slate. So basically a stone dinosaur, and it could breathe fire. It was terrible. It killed so many dwarves. And it also killed humans and elves who showed up to the fort to try and kill it. But the only way I managed to do it was by going up a few Z levels here and carving out a layer of the cave floor to drop on the beast's head. And that's how it finally died. It was by a forced cavern collapse. Yeah, I killed the dinosaur. It was terrible. Oh man. Yeah, anybody who wants to learn how to play Dwarf Fortress, there was a YouTuber that I learned it from whose name was Captain Duck. He's like a Dutch guy, I think. I don't know if he's still doing Dwarf Fortress tutorials, because it was a few years ago that I learned the game. But he had really good tutorials. They were what finally got me into the game. And he has a really nice Dutch accent that makes it more interesting. Like, he would start all of his videos going, "Hey guys, this is Captain Duck. Welcome to part 20 of my Dwarf Fortress video tutorial." Pausing the video. It was great. Is this Captain Duck? I was just talking about him. What do you know? That was like, I have a few friends who also learned to play the game through him, and so there is kind of a running joke where we just go, "Pausing the video." That was like his catchphrase. It was great. And he's also just, you know, really good at teaching people Dwarf Fortress, as it so happens. Oh, I'll show you another... Oh god. There are so many people here today. Hold on, let me try and refresh my page and see how many people are watching, because Twitch doesn't like to just tell me outright. Oh man, 10 people! Oh god, okay, I refreshed my Twitch page and it's showing me an advertisement for this Dragon Ball Z fighting game. I don't know if that's happening for everyone else. Anyway, oh my god, hold on. Okay. Okay, you see this shit right here? This has been happening the last few streams here. This is a giant cave toad that came from God knows where. Giant cave toads and giant cave spiders just love to come up into my fort and knock over memorial slabs. And now this one is knocking over statues that I built down here. I don't know how this keeps happening, but all these little D's right here, these are dogs that live in the fort, and I guess they're probably... yeah, they are attacking the giant cave toad. They're, no pun intended, but they're dogpiling it right now. Which is amazing. I don't even have to call the military down here. Just a pack of stray dogs tackling this giant cave toad. Oh, thanks, Hate Thy King. Yeah, the Planetis review just came out. I guess, yeah, it was today I released that, right? On my YouTube channel. Oh, I have a petition here. Another monster hunter wants to live here? Okay, that's good. This is great. I'm loving this little, like, battle between the dogs and the giant cave toad. I think more dogs are showing up, too. Well, I don't know. They're kind of going back and forth. Like, more... it's like, it seems like some dogs are coming in and some dogs are leaving. But yeah, look at this. Look at my combat logs. This is how many dogs have been fighting recently. And look, The giant cave toad has a name now. It must have, like, performed enough horrible acts that the dwarves felt the need to name it. This is great. It's like biting the dogs. The giant cave toad is getting very overexerted, as you can see from all these brown messages. And the dogs aren't doing a whole lot of damage. Look at that. Wait, hold on. The stray dog scratches the giant cave toad, lightly tapping the target. Usually you only see that lightly tapping message when dwarves are sparring. Are the dogs just like playing with this giant cave toad? Are they not trying to kill it? It's pretty messed up. Look at this. Let's see. Lower body is cut open. Lower body is oozing giant cave toad blood. Lower body is dented, bruised, cut open. I have so many dogs just because, like, you know, we started the fort with like 2 or 3 of them and they made puppies. Yeah, I should have more dogs. Fishy fire. Oh, hey. It's good to have you here. You're here on a good night, because there are a lot of new people here too. Thanks to Madrai Bread, who seems to have directed a lot of people here. Yeah, I think Alex G's got it right. I think they're just like play fighting with the toad. But I don't know, there's a lot of blood. You see all these red tiles? That's blood getting on the floor of this crypt here. And you've got dwarves here coming in just to clean up the blood. They don't seem to be scared of the giant cave toad, which I guess is probably a good thing. Oh, wait, did they all leave? Where did all the dogs go? The toad is tired and nauseous. What's going on here? There's piles of vomit. Piles of vomit all around here. Silver statues. They're just like... They are just fighting in the Duke's crypt here. The dwarves, look at, they're just walking by the toad here. They're not paying it any mind. And I think, yes, it is leaving a trail of vomit as it walks through the crypt here. Okay, I'm just gonna call in the squad here. I'm gonna call in the military dwarves and put this toad out of its misery. It's not doing well. Oh, everyone says, hi, I'm new. Okay, I see an axe dwarf there. I see a lot of blood. And... I think it's dead. I don't know where it went. There it is, yep. There is the toad corpse. Yeah. Captain of the guard stabs the giant cave toad in the head with her steel spear. Alright, well, that'll put an end to a giant cave toad. That'll teach it to vandalize the Duke's crypt. Now I have to rebuild all these statues. Does the toad make good food? I don't know. I'm not sure if the dwarves will actually, like, be proactive enough to butcher it. They're always kind of iffy about that. Like, if a hunter kills an animal, they're pretty much guaranteed to butcher that animal and eat it. But something that the military kills, they are kind of iffy about. See, there's a hunter right there on the same tile as the toad right now. Returning the kill? I think he's picking up the giant cave toad's corpse. Yep. So that's a hunter doing that right there. It's not actually his kill that he's returning, but he's about to carry that to a butcher shop. So they're gonna eat the giant cave toad. It's pretty awesome. Whoop. Sorry, I just tapped my mic with my glass there. Dangalus McScrungo. Started watching your videos a while ago. You made the Dwarf Fortress story videos. Oh yeah. Yeah, the Dwarf Fortress, those videos just like blew up in popularity a while back on my YouTube channel. People always wanted more Dwarf Fortress stories, but I like didn't really have any more from my game, so I started doing the streams. So people get to be a part of the stories as they're happening. Yeah, there's only a couple, and like the story of Gem Spears is just kind of a re-upload of a story that I told in my actual Dwarf Fortress review. Just because I realized that story was the reason a lot of people were watching that review video. And I know some people wanted to just be able to link that on its own. Yeah, Boat Murdered is the biggest, most famous Dwarf Fortress story, I'm pretty sure. The crazy thing a lot of people don't realize is, if I remember right, I think Boat Murdered happened on a version of the game that was 2D only. The casual observer might not realize this, but Dwarf Fortress is a 3D game now. I mean, it has elevation levels, whereas in the version where they made Boat Murdered, I think it was just a single 2D plane with no layers on that third dimension. Ilona is pretty crazy too. I think a lot more stories are likely to come from Dwarf Fortress just because of all the weird stuff the AI does. But Ilona is really good too. Ilona has that added bonus of being Japanese and, you know, being weird in that particular Japanese way. You know, the way of like having a little girl as a pet and like using panties as a weapon. Our hunter is out here hunting now, actually trying to kill an animal for himself. I think that's a pangolin that he's attacking. Z-axis is from the second major update, wow. Not long ago, but yeah, I think Boat Murdered was from a 2D only version, like no Z-axis. Yeah, when I was first looking into Dwarf Fortress, I thought about learning a version without the Z-axis because I'm like, oh, it's probably a lot simpler. It's probably like a lot easier to learn, but the 3D versions just have so much more to offer. And look at that. Our hunter here just stopped hunting because he ran out of ammo. He's a legendary Marks Dwarf, by the way. He ran out of ammunition. He stopped trying to kill this pangolin. Look, he only hit it in the upper body? What's the matter with this dwarf? He must have been using some really crappy bolts. Probably made of silver or something. The moral story of Gem Spears. Yeah, that was pretty fun. Yeah, I thought about re-recording the Gem Spears story now that I've got a better mic than I did back then. But, full disclosure, I just didn't feel like going to the effort. I figure, you know, my mic was good enough back then. Oh, and, if anybody is wondering what's going on with this floor, I realize it probably looks pretty weird. In past streams, everybody always made fun of me for making really ugly bedrooms. So what I did with this one was, you might have a hard time telling, but I wrote the words ugly bedrooms in these tiles here. And I split those letters up into individual rooms to make the ugliest bedrooms I could possibly make. And this little stick figure you see over here, it's a dwarf. And we played a game of Hang Dwarf here. That's what I did when I needed to carve out more bedrooms. So this one was like, rest in peace, Anju. That was a dwarf who went insane when she got into a strange mood and we didn't have the right materials for her. And there was another round of Hang Dwarf where we played the word plump helmets up here. You know, it's hard to tell when there are doors, you know, all throughout the letters, but it says plump helmets, I promise. Yeah. It's a little hard to tell what the letters are now, especially since I had them smooth out these. Uh-oh. The pangolin has reverted to a wild state. Look out. Where is this pangolin? Oh, well, it's in a cage right now, so that doesn't really matter. It went wild, but it's still caged, so it can just be wild in that cage. And this tomb right here, where the giant cave toad was fighting with all the dogs, that belongs to the Duke. Because if you're not familiar with Dwarf Fortress, your rulers, well, they get elected and then they become very demanding. Like, these are all the things that our Duke demands. He demands an opulent throne room, a grand bedroom, dining room, mausoleum, and all this furniture. He also says we're not allowed to export any goblets or leggings to any traders. So, this is his crypt right here. I mean, he's very much alive. He's not in this crypt, but he demands that he have this crypt for the day that he might die. Most Dwarf Fortress players are painfully boring to watch. I like it when people make fortresses with stupid shit in them. That's what I strive for. I strive for a lot of stupid shit. Oh heck. Are you saying my shit is stupid? Well, I'll kill you. But anyway, the Hang Dwarf. This was from a round that the viewers lost. I think they weren't able to guess all of the letters in Rest in Peace Anju down here. So that's how we ended up with this permanent dwarf. For all of the other rounds, I would erase what I had drawn if people were able to guess the word. But on that one, they weren't able to guess it, so I said, you know what? The dwarves are now going to carve this crappy drawing out. Well, what is this? Okay, I love this. I love this message. The dwarves of the creation of pulleys, I think that's the faction of my fort, now know a few facts about pangolin training. That's fantastic. They have learned some things about pangolin training. Probably from example. They're learning from their mistakes. So yeah, I had them carve out this whole dwarf, and I decided, you know what, this is gonna be the crypt. And every single one of these tiles is a coffin, and every single one of these coffins is occupied by a dead dwarf. Or human or elf, if, you know, that's what happened to be living here. The fuck is a pangolin? A pangolin is kind of like an armadillo, but its shell is not as, like, segmented, I guess. Maybe I can pull up a picture of a pangolin for you guys. Let me find one. Pangolin. Let's see. Yeah, here's a pretty good picture. Let me get the URL for this. Hold on. I'm still getting used to, like, pulling this up in OBS. Let's see here. Okay. Ignore this brief advertisement for OBS. And there you go, that's a pangolin. It looks like that. They're similar to an armadillo, like they also roll up into a ball and they have, like, the hard shell. but they're like more scaly, whereas an armadillo will be like just a handful of bigger segments. They're pretty cool. They're whatever. Yeah, let's take that off the screen there. Now you know what a pangolin is. We have educational streams here. Anyway, the past few streams, giant cave toads and giant cave spiders like to come up into the crypt here and just start knocking over these memorial slabs. I don't know why, but they do. Now let's see here. In the last stream, I started carving out more crypt space because, as you can see, the dwarf has filled up. So we have the cat crypt now. And it's only just now starting to get a few coffins in it. And a couple of memorial slabs. Oh yeah, man, Dwarf Fortress will teach you so much about animals. Like, I never knew a cavy existed before. I think that's how you say it, cavy? Or is it cavy? I still don't even know. I'm pretty sure it's cavy. And oh, I learned about marmots from Dwarf Fortress before I saw The Big Lebowski. Oh, we've got an autosave happening, okay. I have the game autosave in every new season, so since it's summer, we're getting an autosave. And so the game is going to be paused for a minute or two here while it saves. You guys might have noticed my beautiful cursive script here, where I wrote, Mayor. That's what this says. That whole, series of rooms right there says Mayor, because that is the mayor's room. I mean, it's his bedroom, and his dining room, and his office. Full of silver statues. Okay. Mayor Plump Helmets, yeah. The part that says Plump Helmets is, incidental. It just says that, you know, by coincidence. But yeah, I would not be surprised if the dwarves had a mayor named Plump Helmets. Oh, what I was drinking? I made myself a Bloody Mary. That's what I was drinking. And using a straw because I forget how. I think my brother, like, gave me just this random packet of straws along with, I don't know, some drinking glasses that he gave me when I moved into my apartment. So I'm like, well, you know, I've got straws. I'm going to use them. I'm not going to just, like, have a pack of straws and then not drink every drink I have with a straw. I mean, get real. Yeah, and I don't know if I've talked about this on a stream of mine before, but... Oh, look, the autosave is over. But yeah, I make Bloody Marys, like, really different from the way you would, like, get them at a bar or something. Because every time I order one in a bar or something, it's like, they fill the glass up with ice, and then they just pour, like, a tiny amount of drink around the ice there, and I hate that. So I just make mine, you know, like ton of tomato juice and tons of secret herbs and spices. And I like to use a lime flavored vodka in mine. I think that gives it a little added tang there. Make a Dwarven Atom Smasher defense system. I don't know. I've never actually made a Dwarven Atom Smasher. I don't know. Like... You do that by making a bridge over solid ground, right? I don't know if I could handle that, because can't invaders also destroy bridges? I feel like they can. But I've never, like, coordinated that much on my defenses, having anything, like, lever operated. I just put a shitload of cage traps in the entrance hallway. Yeah, that's how I do my Bloody Marys. I put almost no ice in them. Oh no! Oh no! A vile force of darkness has arrived. Ah, shit. Okay, we're getting invaded. I'm noticing here... Okay, Goblin Mace Man. Goblin Mace Man. Goblin Recruit. There's a human here. There's a human recruit who, okay, does not even have a weapon. That's fine, I guess. I'm fine if these goblins are sending recruits in who don't even have weapons. Oh, anyway, I need to set an alert here. Goblins are coming. So I'm gonna turn off job cancellation alerts. And oh god, okay, here comes another wave coming off the edge of the map here. We can do this. We can survive this goblin invasion. Oh god. More waves keep coming. More waves. Oh, they're still arriving. Okay. Are they coming from anywhere else on the map? Are they coming from, like, any other edges? I hope not. I don't see any on the left. I don't see any on the bottom. Maybe they're all just coming from that one direction. That would be great. If it's just this one wave of goblins, then I think we're fine. Most of them will get all caught up in a cage trap. They might kill my wildlife out in the pasture, but the dwarves will survive this. They're good. They're gonna be good. More goblins are still showing up. Okay, I think they're all here now. I think they're all moving in. Oh boy. What's the story? I just got a lot of really angry comments on my Paper Mario playthrough about someone bitter they have to watch me because apparently I have the only video on the game in 3 pages of search results, or what? Now this isn't the first siege. There's been at least one goblin siege before. But if I remember right, it was like a really small one. And pretty much all of the goblins in it got caught up in the cages. Here they come, man. All these goblins and their one random human. They are making the approach. So everybody should be inside, I think. Yeah, so if you're having a hard time telling what's going on, I'm moving between 2 Z levels here. Like, you see all these little up arrows, they indicate an upward hill. So if I go up 1 layer, this is what's on top of the hill right here. These are all of these G's, all these multicolored G's moving through here are goblins coming to invade the fort. They're about to come down the hill right here, and this is the way into the fort. All of these little things right here, though, are cage traps. Oh, now this right here, this is my pasture. So they're trying to shoot at my animals right here. They're actually succeeding, too. Oh, they're climbing over the wall, I think. Oh no. Oh, I don't want them to kill my giraffe, though. I got a tame giraffe from the elves. And they're probably gonna kill it now. I mean, having a giraffe isn't extremely useful or anything, but I just loved having one. They're probably gonna kill it here. And I only have like 10 dwarves in my military, or I would just send them out here to meet the goblins. And stop them. Yeah, I think they did it already. I think they done gone and did it, yeah. There's the giraffe mangled corpse. Rest in peace, giraffe. It was so fun having one. The song is from Kirby Air Ride. Yeah, it's one of the event songs in the city trial. The item bounce event. The Happy Merchant song. Some Home Alone 2 shit. Liquor fan, that's pretty great. A lot of people who watch these streams, like especially when I play a strategy game like Dwarf Fortress, just get triggered by my poor layouts and stuff like that. Yeah, Kirby Air Ride, it's one of those overlooked Kirby games that's really great. Alright, so right here, we're catching some goblins in cages. They're kind of like gathering around the entrance to the fort because they know there are cage traps here. Just most of them are not dumb enough to run in and get caught in them. And if we're lucky, enough of these goblins will see their comrades getting caught in the cage traps and go, oh shit, well we can't invade this fort, let's just retreat. And then they'll leave me alone. Oh god, what's happening? Oh no, who is this? Mr. Wankman! Oh no, he's probably not here anymore. He was on his way to combat training and he got accosted by all these goblins. Oh no. This is the third Mr. Wankman we've gone through too. We're probably gonna have a Mr. Wankman the fourth pretty soon. Well, let's see. He's got, okay, a masterpiece copper helmet. That's gonna help him. Steel chain leggings. Okay, good, good. A copper gauntlet and a steel gauntlet. Sure. I don't think he has a weapon. Where's his weapon? Oh no, maybe he didn't have it because he was on the way to combat training. Uh-oh. Rest in peace, Mr. Wankman. I'm so sorry. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. There is so much of Mr. Wankman's blood all over the cage traps now. What is this? There's a goblin's left ear on the ground. Alright. Oh, what else? Another goblin's ear. And a goblin... Okay, I don't know what Mr. Wankman is doing, but he is tearing off every goblin's ears. He tore off another goblin's nose. Alright. That's just brutal, man. Dude, oh, hold on. There's an adamantine battle axe on the ground. Pick that up. And a steel shield. Pick that up, too. What are you doing? That's probably his equipment that he just dropped somehow. Yeah, if you see a little lowercase g, that's a goblin. And the different colors indicate what type of soldier they are. Like a pink one is a hammer goblin, a blue one is an axe goblin, a green one is a bow goblin. Oh, Mr. Wankman has died again. Oh, oh, look. Okay, so the little siege thing disappeared from the top there. So, they're leaving. They've decided they are no match for my fort. And they're going to abandon their siege. That's great. There's a goblin right here who is unconscious. You know what? I might be able to send the military out here to avenge Mr. Wankman. Most of the military is right up here training in the barracks. So I'm gonna do this. Since we already broke the siege, we take this group here. Go kill that goblin. Go get it, guys. Wait, did I place the order? Did I do that right? Wait, what the hell is happening here? There's a goblin in the fort. There's a goblin bowman right here in the fort. Guys, come on. Go kill that goblin. What are you doing? Quit training and go kill them. They're like in our farmland. How did they even get in there? Go kill them all. They just killed a kitten. Proof that goblins are evil. I don't know how they got past all the cage traps. They must have been really sneaky. Have we killed him yet? I think all the goblin archers are dead. Oh no, they killed a farmer also. Well, you know, I try to keep it well paced. I'm actually surprised that so much is happening this time because the fort is kind of hitting that point where the frame rate is dropping a bit. So things don't happen as quickly as they used to. Holy shit, look at what they did to this goblin! His left upper leg is cut off, his right hand is cut off, his mangled left lower arm is cut off, and his right upper leg is cut off. I would say, wow, that poor goblin, but I mean, it's a goblin. So let's see, there's another recently dead goblin. I'm reclaiming all of its equipment and dumping its dead body. Oh, they knocked his teeth out. Wait, that said it was a partial skeleton, so that must have been a goblin that was long dead. Okay, yeah, this is a recently dead goblin right here. And there we go, okay. Okay. They cut off both of his feet, holy shit. Okay, oh boy. Look at this. Pool of dwarf blood, pool of giant olm blood, spattering of crundle blood, pool of troll blood, dog blood, a pile of marble. Uh-huh. Wow. Okay, there is... That is one nasty room right there. Oh no, they also killed a dwarven child. Yeah, I should take a glance through the combat log for this one. Dostengosp. Where is that goblin? Can I even find it in all of this stuff? Apparently a plump helmet man is fighting somewhere. Anyway. Goblin. Where is this goblin? Okay, this one, yeah. What the hell happened here? Okay, so somebody used an adamantine short sword to cut this goblin's head off in the end. What else? Let's see. Spear Dwarf kicks the goblin. Captain of the Guard stabs the goblin in the right upper arm with a steel spear. Okay. Woodburner punches the goblin in the head. Okay. I mean, yeah. do your best, man. Spear Dwarf kicks the goblin. Wrestler stabs the goblin in the lower body with his adamantine short sword. Ooh. Let's see. Wrestler bashed him with a silver warhammer, fracturing the skull. Yeah. This goblin bowman did not have a good day. Spear Dwarf stabs the goblin bowman in the left lower arm with her copper spear, and the severed part sails off in an arc. This Spear Dwarf just used a copper spear to cut off part of this goblin's left arm. Oh. The Spear Dwarf kicks the goblin in the left eye, and the injured part collapses into a lump of gore. Oh no. Yeah, that goblin probably got it worst of all. Oh man, wrestlers in this game get to do so many wrestling moves. Like, there was like, the last major update before this most recent one added so much in the way of wrestling moves, like, you know, locks and holds and so much they can do. Oh, they killed our mechanic. This is like a Marks Dwarf right here who is just shooting at somebody using, I don't even know what kind of bolts. What's in this quiver? Bismuth bronze bolts, okay. And here's, let's see, the Canuck the second, that was another viewer, is apparently going to a wrestling demonstration, is dizzy and nauseous, and is carrying a baby. Oh no, what's this dwarf doing outside? The Duke is outside! Oh no! Oh, our poor Duke. I don't know how the Duke got outside, though. There's a lot of dwarves outside, look at this. There's a woodworker outside, also. I don't know what's happening. The Black Mamba has reverted to a wild state, okay. Oh man, look at all these dead dwarves. Oof. Okay, the Black Mamba, okay, that was in a cage also. Whoa, okay, look at this now. There's a Gorlak spearman visiting. Can I find that spearman there? Interesting. What is a Gorlak again? Small, round humanoid, found wandering the caves. Most of its body is taken up by a huge, tusked mouth. Alright, so one of those is just paying our fort a friendly visit. Okay. Are we done with the goblins yet? Like, are they gone? Oh, not quite. We have a lot of prisoners, though. Why do we still have goblins out here? And why are dwarves going outside? I see at least a couple of military dwarves out here. If you see these with like the solid tile, they're in the military, so I guess they're out here making some good work out of the goblins. Oh, TW Croc is in a martial trance. That ought to make quick work of any goblins out here. Let's see. What kind of weapon does this dwarf have? An adamantine battle axe. Oh yeah. So they're gonna be finished. TW Croc is probably just about to unleash the axe storm there and tear them all to pieces. Look at that. How many kills has he got? Ooh. He's killed 4 goblins. Okay. You're doing good work. Oh, we have a lot of dead dwarves on our hands, though. I don't know why so many died. I told them all to go inside. Okay. All the invaders are gone now, though, so I can take that alert off. Oh, man. Well, we're about to start filling up the cat tomb. And I don't have any more coffins. Okay, rock, coffin. We need to make, oh god, let's just make like 50 of those, because they're gonna get used sooner or later. Hammer Dwarf has grown attached to a copper shield, okay. We're gonna need some new military dwarves, I think, because let's see. Well, only one died, though. It was just Mr. Wankman who died. We need a Mr. Wankman the 4th. Let me see who I've got here. Anybody who's not, like, super useful? A Milker? Okay. Zuntir the Milker there. You're in the military now. And you're going to get a name here. You're going to be Mr. Wankman the 4th. We've run through more Mr. Wankmen than anybody else. Ooh, the armorer just withdrew from society. Okay, that is great. That is great. Where is the armorer? He's in a... Oh, I think he was in the hospital there. Both of his lungs and his guts are kind of messed up right now. Oh. Oh my. Oh, let's see. Her lower body is cut open. Her guts are fractured. I don't know how your guts even get fractured. But that's happening. And she's in a strange mood now. That's good news. That means our armorer here is about to make an artifact. She was in the hospital and was so driven by this urge that she just has to make a legendary piece of armor now. Alright. She's in the metalsmith's forge. What's she gonna grab? I love to follow the dwarves that get into a strange... Is that adamantine? Are you making... Oh my god. Ducklings have hatched. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, okay, so she just picked up some adamantine and is gonna make a piece of armor now. Alright. I didn't even know we had any of that lying around. I noticed there's a lot of, like, copper armor lying around in this forge. I must not have an armor stockpile. I need to make one of those. My dwarf naming procedures, so far I've mostly been naming the dwarves after people I see in chat, and I've just been naming everybody after military dwarves. So let's see. I have one dwarf here, this wrestler who doesn't have a name yet. Let's see. Since you asked, I'm gonna name this wrestler after you. You're gonna be Fishy Fire. Let's check you out. Hold on. How do I zoom to this dwarf? Oh man. Your right arm and your left hand are a little messed up there. Both of your arms, actually. And, do you have a weapon? You don't seem to be using any kind of a weapon. But, well, whatever. That's your preference. Poults have hatched. Apparently, a bunch of animals are hatching here. Poults, ducklings. I guess it's because I got those nest boxes. Well, that's pretty cool. I wasn't expecting that to happen, honestly. I was expecting the dwarves to eat the eggs. Alright, well, we have a lot of new goblin prisoners now. And anybody who's not been here before, what I do with goblin prisoners is I set their cages up in the barracks here. Like, let's see here. Where's a goblin cage? Goblin cage, there we go. And after somebody puts the cage up in that spot, I connect it to a lever nearby, and we release one goblin at a time into the barracks for the military to fight. And an Etin has shown up. A giant humanoid monster with 2 heads. As if getting invaded by goblins was not enough. Now we have this guy here. Alright. Extremely long hair, fat, somewhat narrow auburn eyes, flattened narrow ears. Uh-huh. His left head is extraordinarily broad. Okay. So this is happening. Okay, let me tell the civilians to go inside again. And stop announcing those job cancellations. Yep, okay. How long is extremely? I don't know. This game, let's see. Well, we're in the year 130 and it started out in the year 125. If you're familiar with Dwarf Fortress, that'll tell you something. If you're not, it's probably been running for a couple months or so, I would say. A new version of Dwarf Fortress came out in like maybe October or November of last year. Could have even been December if I'm remembering wrong. And this one fort has been running for pretty much the whole time I've been on that version. The edge in here is not moving, it's just like staying at the edge of the map. So, if anybody is like really familiar with this game, they might be able to correct me on this, but I don't think I can catch this particular monster in a cage trap. So I might just have to send the military out there to meet it. And let me see. It doesn't have any kind of an inventory, which tells me it doesn't have any weapons or armor. So it shouldn't be that hard to kill. Oh, and a human caravan has just arrived. Look, okay, so there's the Etin right there. And over here, that's the human caravan. Okay. Let's see if these two run across each other. Let's see if this guy notices these guys. They might not notice each other at all, honestly. Oh, he's moving. He's on the move. Oh, there's a human spearman. He's fighting it. The spearman is fighting it. Let's see what kind of equipment he's working with here. Oh, he's got an iron pike. Okay. Okay. The Etin has the same iron pike. It is stuck in his left arm. So it shows up as in his inventory because it is shoved in his arm. Yeah. I think the Etin is about done here. Here comes a human swordsman. Or no, that's an axeman taking it on. Another spearman. Oh, everybody's... Yeah, all of these humans are just... Yeah, okay, they killed it. It's dead now. Hey, good job, guys. Saved me the trouble. Boy, oh boy. Pool of its blood. Pool of blood. Lots of pools of Etin blood here. Alright. Well, cool. Good job, humans. Okay, cool. So that monster is dead, and now here come the merchants, I guess. Hope that didn't scare them off at all. You know, I think I see cages on the ground here. What is this? Oh my. Did, You know, I think this might have been dropped by the merchants. I think their pack animals might have dropped all of that stuff on the ground. And that might mean that I get to pick all that stuff up when the merchants are gone. I hope that's the case. A thong. Alright, alright. Okay, well, dwarves are allowed outside again. Boom. Okay. Okay. A human diplomat has arrived also. Okay, that's cool. I wonder what business the human diplomats have with us. Alright, I need to order our crafts to be delivered to the trade depot here. Where are they? Where are they? Crafts, here we go. To all the new people here, mussel shell crafts are like the #1 export of this fort. They make, you know, figurines and amulets and scepters and jewelry out of mussel shells, which they fish out of the river over here. And that buys us like everything in the world that we need. Hey, the armorer has made E-Showstar a square adamantine breastplate. Hey, that's pretty awesome. So having created this breastplate, now she's a legendary armorsmith. That's pretty great. Look at that. It's the English name for that is Moistness Buried. Oh, the value. 900,000 dwarf bucks. It is studded with adamantine. Yep. Of course it is. I was kind of hoping it would have, you know, more random decorations and stuff on it, but that's fine that it doesn't. I'm gonna make our captain of the guard here wear that, I think. Let's see. Where's armor? Oh, now how do I find that? That's the other issue. Copper breastplates, we have lots of those. There you go. JT is gonna wear that adamantine breastplate. So he better never get killed by a chest injury of any kind. Or else I want my money back. Alright, so our broker, who is also the Duke, is currently resting in the hospital, so he can't come out to the depot and trade with anybody. That might be a problem. Let me check him out here. Trouble breathing. Ability to stand lost. Oh, neck is torn open. Upper body is cut open. Left lung is torn open. Oh, his arm and his right leg, his right hip are all torn open. Wow, he is very injured. Head is cut open. His skull has a torn tendon. Okay. Upper body is cut open. Oh god, okay. Crutch required, yeah. Okay. He's in for a long hospital stay here. He's been brought to bed and evaluated. That's all so far. Okay. Oh god. Okay, so they just elected a mayor, meaning we now have a mayor and a duke. Which is just... Oh, that's too much. That's too confusing. Oof. Made a pipe section out of a not magma safe material. That's pretty great. Yeah, a crutch. That might be a little, maybe too little for the extent of that dwarf's injuries. But, oof. He might be in the hospital too long for us to actually trade with the humans. Oh, you know what's cool though? They're picking up all that stuff that got dropped by the merchants in the Etten attack there. The dwarves have just decided this stuff all belongs to us now, and they're picking it up. That's pretty great. What does this fish cleaner have? A cage made of lead. An empty cage, I guess. Okay. I'll use that. Look at this. There's this whole trail of dwarves coming to collect all of these goods that the humans dropped during that attack. That's great. That's just mine now. Though I kind of hope that doesn't make the humans too mad. Now this has me a little confused. I know what all of the G's in the cages here are, but what are all these pink M's? What are those? Plump helmet men. Okay. So these are mushroom people that we've captured in cages. And an elk bird. Okay. And... well, I don't even know what else. Name him Mayor Plump Helmets. You know what? He doesn't have a name, so... that's gonna be really confusing if he doesn't get re-elected mayor. Oh, who wants to be the Duke of this fort? Okay, the next person who puts out a chat message who doesn't already have a dwarf named after them, you can be the Duke. Liquor fan, I assume you're already in here, maybe? Maybe not. I don't know. Do you want to be the Duke? Oh, well, there's somebody. Okay. You're gonna be our Duke. Your name is Godfrey. Duke is a low rank. I'm a king. You know, the Duke might eventually get promoted to a king, depending on how long this fort keeps up. So we'll see. Oh yeah, liquor fan. I don't know if that was in this fort, but you should be a brewer. You know, I don't think we have a designated brewer here right now. We have a spinner, though. The spinner, you know what? You can be liquor fan, and let's see here. We should make this person a designated brewer. Brewing, there we go. It's gonna be your job forever. Not even hauling. There you go. God, where's my ghost? I demand you find a way to get him killed. I mean, right now he's in the hospital, and you've seen he's really not in good condition. It's kind of up in the air as to whether or not he's gonna survive right now. If he dies, you can be the new Duke. Now, Liquor Fan, you know, I'm not sure if I ever named a dwarf after you in this fort. Of course, I don't know, the list of dead dwarves is so long, who knows? Let me see. Let me see if you pop out to me at all. So many have died during this war. There's Mr. Wankman III. I don't know. I wish there was a way to search. There's Mr. Wankman II. Wish there was a way to search and see. Muffin the First. JT the First. Oh, there's me. I forgot I had a dwarf named after me a long time ago. Oh, wait. Hold on. There was a liquor fan a long time ago. A miner. You know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I bet these were the starting dwarves. I bet these were the 7 who founded the fort. Okay. So let's see. That means this needs to be Liquor Fan II. There you go. Muffin, let's see. There's Mayor Plump Helmets, there's JT. Let's see, TW Croc. Hate Thy King II is there. Oh, there's Muffin II. Let's see. You're waiting for combat training right now. There you go. Let's see, no injuries. Okay, you're in good health. You're an adequate swords dwarf. You're making a pretty good life for yourself, it looks like. Pacifist? Oh, I'm not so sure about that. I mean, you are a swords dwarf. You're in the military. You have an adamantine short sword and a bronze shield. Yeah, you're not a pacifist. You have killed a goblin. You have killed one goblin. It's a little too late for that. I'll do it. Yeah, I can't believe all of the 7 founding dwarves have died. Yeah, Drybread, I'll teach you how to play this if you want. I've taught, or, you know, at least helped to teach friends how to play this in the past. But I do recommend checking out somebody like Captain Duck on YouTube to learn, you know, at least the basics. And I can help from there. Let's see here. I don't see these snakes, like, using the nest boxes. They're not laying eggs in there. I wish they would. What is this game? Oh, this game is Dwarf Fortress. Man, where do I even begin to tell you about Dwarf Fortress? Basically, it's like a real-time strategy game. As you can see, it has ASCII graphics. And, it's, you know, a fantasy setting similar to Lord of the Rings. And the premise is that you manage a fort run by dwarves. You carve out their mountain home. You defend them from goblins. You have them make weapons and crafts and all kinds of things. Hey, look at this. My dwarves have attained a general familiarity with Black Mamba training. That's pretty great. They're learning how to become professional snake trainers. Look at that. Our hunter here is training the Black Mamba. That's pretty great. I love that we're amassing tame snakes here. The Dwarf Date Night expansion. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess there was some Sims music playing here a second ago. That's probably how that came up. I don't think I really played a game beyond the second one. I'll have to tell you guys a story about like, when I first started playing the first game. That's gonna be my cliffhanger as I go to get myself a drink refill. So sit tight real quick and I'll tell you guys a story about that as soon as I get back. Also, enjoy some more The Sims 1 music while I'm gone for a second. Oh, you know what? I forgot a straw for my drink. Just a second. I kind of forgot to ask everybody if the audio levels for everything are all right. Like, can you hear the that random game music in a good balance with my voice? I always try to check in on that. Ah, that's good. I'm glad I don't have to mess with my settings. I get kind of mixed up because I was doing a lot of video editing recently for that Planetis review, so I wasn't sure if I had messed up my OBS settings. I use it, you know, both for streaming and for screen recording, so sometimes my settings get jacked up, you know. Which is a little quiet, the voice or the game music? Because I can always turn up the game music. Any Sims game music is a good volume. Okay. Any Sims-like game that has nothing to do with EA? That's hard to say. Because I think that when The Sims 1 first came out, I don't think it was an EA product. I think it was just like Maxis kind of on their own. But maybe like down the line they got acquired by EA. And so things started kind of going downhill. There's an open source version of Sims 1. Oh, weird. So anyway, story time about The Sims 1. This was just kind of like a really weird experience I had, but when I was in like middle school or something, you know, I enjoyed sim games. I liked playing, you know, SimCity 2000, Sim Tower, Sim Ant, stuff like that. And, you know, I'm just like lying in bed thinking to myself one night, you know, it'd be really cool if they made a sim game where you just like manage a single household. You know, they could call it like Sim House or something. Instead of managing a whole city or whatever, why not just make a sim game that's one house? And like, I swear to God, the very following day, my older brother comes home to visit from college, and I told him about this. I was like, hey, I was thinking, you know, wouldn't it be really cool if there was like a sim game that's just based around like one house? And he was like, well, I just brought home this game with me that is exactly like that. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, it's called The Sims. They totally made that game. I have it right now. And I thought it was amazing. Like, it kind of blew my mind that that happened. Like, the very day that it occurred to me, hey, they should make a game like that, I found out, wow, that game exists. And I got to play it. And I make a fountain of blood for Armok. You know, the thing about that, I myself, and I'm sure, you know, hundreds of other people would love to make a blood fountain, but that's not really possible to do in this game, because blood isn't really, like, treated the same way as other fluids. Like, if you see right here, this is some water right here, and water can have a depth of anywhere from 1 to 7, but blood can't really. Blood just kind of like, it can be a splattering like that. There's a spattering of cave crocodile blood, and there can be pools of blood on the ground. Like, yeah, you see the little wave thing there? That's a pool of cave crocodile blood. But you can't have, like, full-on flowing blood anywhere. Like, the game never allows blood to accumulate that much, or I totally would do that. I'm pretty sure water and magma are the only things that can do that. And I thought I had encountered magma at some point in this fort. Yeah, there it is. There's some magma. Fishy Fire has become a peasant. Okay. I think that means the training is cycling out. Oh. I need to start building more coffins. Hold on. Whoa, hold on. Why are we not building any coffins? Why haven't any of those been made? Oh, you know what? I know why they haven't been made. It's because the Duke here is the one who gives all the work orders, and he's in the hospital. So he can't go to his office and manage those work orders and tell them to make coffins. Alright, so I have to just, like, manually go to my mason workshops here and tell them to make some coffins. I'm just gonna tell them to make a couple dozen coffins until the Duke is better. Thought there were people who had created traps to extract blood from rapidly producing critters? I don't know. You can get blood all over you in adventure mode. Yeah, that's kind of true. Yeah, I think you can, like, get blood into some water and stuff. I mean, that is kind of what happened with my whole Gem Spears story. Was that Forgotten Beast blood got, like, mixed in with all the water from the artificial waterfall. So it happens to some extent, but I don't think you can get straight up, like, you know, blood in the same sense as you get a body of water or magma. You can get, like, blood-contaminated water, stuff like that, but... yeah, you can get blood water, but I think that's it. I don't think you can make straight-up pools of blood and, you know, blood fountains. Just like how I don't think it's possible for any creatures in this game to drown in blood, which would be pretty goddamn metal if it could happen. What is this? Oh my god! Our ostrich is laying eggs! I forgot, we also got a tame ostrich from the elves. And it's laying eggs now. My dwarves are gonna get, like, the most luxurious exotic diet. They're gonna be eating ostrich eggs. That's awesome. Let me make sure we have masons. Okay, we have masons. One of them is resting. And the other mason is drinking right now, instead of, building coffins. Oh man, we don't have a lot of, like, alcohol for the dwarves to drink right now. I need to get them brewing faster. Oh no, not extract, hold on. Brew drinks. We're not brewing fast enough. What are you doing, liquor fan? Oh, the brewer is drinking. He's too busy drinking to actually make drinks. Oh, war against the filthy elves? Funny you mentioned that. During the last stream, an elven, I guess diplomat actually showed up and told us we were cutting down far too many trees, and we'd better stop it, or there would be consequences. So, we might have an elven war before you know it. By the way, here is one of the best songs from the first Sonic game. I love this, man. Those games had some amazing music. Oh, here's another great thing. So, as your fort makes progress, in the beginning you'll get these messages that say some migrants have arrived. And when you continue playing the game really well, you'll get the message, some migrants have arrived despite the danger. I am at a stage of playing so well that I'm getting a message I've never seen before that goes, some migrants have decided to brave this terrifying place, knowing it may be their tomb. That's the message I get when migrants show up to my fort. That's how good I am. So let's see, we had like 88 dwarves before these migrants showed up. Let's see how many we end up with. Hey, Sims fans, if I ever wanted to play one, should I play Sims 2 Complete or Sims 3 Base? I would vote for Sims 2 Complete, I think. That was a... I mean, I barely played The Sims 3, but it seems like Sims 2 was that better mix of, like, sort of casual, but still pretty serious. Whereas I think Sims 3, and especially 4, started to make the game a lot more casual. Elves are very well bathed. Oh, sounds like a Peter Jackson fan saying something like that. If you guys don't know, Peter Jackson has like the world's biggest elf boner. And he made the elves, like, way the hell more overpowered than they actually were in the Lord of the Rings books. Main menu of Harvest Moon on GameCube? What? What about that? Oh no, this song. The song right now is the main theme of Wind Waker, actually. I was actually talking to you about this game earlier. This is the title screen of Wind Waker. Funny you mentioned that, though. Harvest Moon on the GameCube was actually the first Harvest Moon game I played, and it was great. I loved it. And I have that music in my playlist. It just doesn't come up very much, because there's only, like, 3 really good songs in that game, I think. Oh, finally, some good news. Our herbalist just gave birth to a girl. How nice. And I think another Wind Waker song is about to play also. That's pretty great. Oh yeah, Stardew Valley is also really good. You know, I actually have... I think it's Rune Factory 4 on the 3DS. And I haven't played it probably nearly as much as I should. Because I heard, you know, it's what the Harvest Moon developers started making after they left Natsume, the company that used to make Harvest Moon, or rather the company that owns the Harvest Moon property, I guess. But yeah, I should get more into Rune Factory 4, because I've heard it's really good, and I didn't give it enough of a chance. But I loved the GameCube Harvest Moon, and I also loved the SNES Harvest Moon. They're both great. Let's see. The elves in Lord of the Rings are very civilized. In Dwarf Fortress, they are hippie barbarians. Lord of the Rings elves are like demigods. Oh yeah, Natsume were the publishers of Harvest Moon. But yeah, the elves... Oh, hold on. Interrupted by Great Horned Owl. Oh, okay, that's no big deal. An owl is apparently like chasing the dwarves away from the river that they're trying to drink out of. That's fine. But yeah, the elves in the Lord of the Rings books were nowhere near as overpowered as Peter Jackson made them in all of his movies. And to every avid Dwarf Fortress player, or really even like every casual Dwarf Fortress fan, it's going to forever be a point of contention that Peter Jackson shot this entire scene where Legolas beats Gimli in a drinking contest. That's like the worst thing he could have possibly done. An elf beating a dwarf in a drinking contest. If dwarves don't have drinking, what do they have? Like, at least let them have the one thing they're really great at. But Peter Jackson has such an elf boner that he couldn't even let them have that. Legolas probably did cheat. He probably did. I wouldn't put it past him. Dwarves are drinking, greed, and tunnels, yeah. You know, if Peter Jackson made enough movies, he would probably establish that elves are even better than dwarves at digging tunnels. And elves totally could grow better beards than dwarves if they felt like it. That's how Peter Jackson would do it. You know, he had to, like, alter the Hobbit so that the elves come in to save everybody. Like, none of the dwarf characters can do anything unless they have an elf to help them out. What the hell are our masons doing? Okay, one of them is in the hospital. What is this one doing? What owned item are you storing? Why are you not building coffins for all the dead dwarves? Yeah, that's true, Liquor Fan. Elves do get drunk in the books. That was like a major point in The Hobbit, was that the dwarves were able to escape from the elf town because all the elves were busy getting drunk on wine. They didn't notice the dwarves escaping. I don't remember how that went down in the Hobbit movies. I try not to think about them too much. But it probably did not go that the dwarves were drunken idiots. Legolas grew claws and suddenly dug a dwarven stronghold for Gimli in Lord of the Rings Part 4. Legolas does it better. Yeah, that's the Peter Jackson movies in a nutshell. He had to change The Hobbit so that Legolas shows up and does everything. And is the only reason anybody is able to succeed at any of their goals. Yeah, that falling staircase scene. Elves can actually just bafflingly shatter the laws of physics when it requires them to do something acrobatic and cool. Never seen a Lord of the Rings movie. What? Oh man, did Legolas really free the dwarves in the Hobbit movies? That's horrible. Of course, just Legolas shows up to do everything. I don't know why our Mason now has to pick up equipment. Is he in the military? Why is he doing, like, everything in the world except building coffins? That's what I want to know. There are elephants in this game. Like every other animal, they have a giant variety. Oh, it's horrifying. Oh. Man, I can't imagine a breeding pair of giant elephants. And probably the coolest thing I ever had a breeding pair of in a fort was tiger men. I thought that was the coolest thing. I built like a little room for the tiger men. You know, I built them like a little stone house outside the fort. So I could just have like a little Tiger Man villa. isolated from the rest of the fort. And that was pretty amazing. The only downside was I couldn't recruit them into the military. In Masterwork, visitors that lay eggs may randomly claim your barn's nest boxes. Oh god. I don't know what the hell this mason is doing. He's just like grabbing stuff off of the shore and putting it in his cabinet. What are you carrying? Of course. This tattered ass giant cave spider silk hood. Of course, that's what you have to put in your house that's more urgent than making coffins to bury all of these dead dwarves. Okay, who's idle right now? Who can I give a new job? Gem setter? Okay. More like, hold on. More like mason. There. Go make some coffins. There are too many dead dwarves just rotting in the entrance hall here. It's almost harvesting season. What the hell? Where is the terrain too dangerous to harvest plants? Maybe that's up in the trees or something. Oh man, look at all this stuff. Some dwarf died up here and dropped all this armor and equipment. Oh man, yeah. All the dwarves that died in that goblin siege are starting to rot now. I need to build some coffins. The song... Oh, this is from Street Fighter 2. This is Ken's music. Oh, good night, TW Croc. Thanks for going into that martial trance earlier and killing a bunch of goblins. The Draltha has reverted to a wild state. Alright, so let's see. We've got a goblin cage right up here in like the corner of the barracks. I am going to now connect that cage to a lever and pull that lever to release this goblin into the barracks. And that'll be some good real-world training for the military. They can just take on goblins one at a time and learn how to deal with them in real-life combat. Yeah, so I guess the Duke / broker is still in the hospital. Yep, still resting. How are you doing there? Thirsty, hungry, trouble breathing, ability to stand lost. Okay. Motor nerve in the left arm severed. Oh, right foot is still smashed open. Oh no. His right ankle has an infection. It's terrible. I must not have enough medical dwarves. Because I know we have soap. See, yep, cleaned with yak soap. Compound fracture in right foot repaired. Received sutures on right ankle. Okay. So he's being treated. It's just taking a while. What's happening here? Oh boy. There's a pool of beer on this hospital bed. I guess somebody has been like bringing beer to this hospital patient. I mean, that should speed up a dwarf's recovery for sure. Boy. What is this Banner Lord everybody's talking about? I don't think I know about that. Smell of miasma in the morning. I'm not sure. Oh, Mount and Blade 2. Oh, okay. I've never played Mount and Blade. I've heard great things about them. I wonder if I even own one of those. It's possible I could have one of them on Steam and just have been like totally unaware of it. I'm gonna check on that actually. Do I have a Mount and Blade game in Steam? You know, there's not. I don't have a single Mount and Blade game. I'm surprised. I thought I owned one of them. Maybe I had like a non-Steam version at some point or something. I don't know. Or maybe I never owned a copy of any Mount and Blade. Can make wine from artichokes in this game? Yeah, you know, I bet you can. Like kangaroo cheese. Yeah, I mean, you can make cheese from most mammals, from what I've seen in this game. Okay, drinks are being made. What kind of drinks do we have here anyway? There's a lot of seeds here in the still. Longland beer, barley wine, rye beer. Okay. Holy shit, there is so much stuff in the still right now. I don't know why nobody is, like, bringing that to the stockpiles. Rice beer, okay. Barley wine. More rice beer. They've got some pretty good drinks here in this fort, I guess. Whale cheese. Someone on the forums asks Toady why you can even milk a whale, and he replies, "It's a mammal, isn't it?" That's perfect. I love that. The chief medical dwarf cancelled setting somebody's bone because he was interrupted by a great horned owl. So I guess owls are just like flying around here harassing the dwarves. What a pain. Square but askew. Yes. Thank you, cannot tuna fish. Finally somebody understands, you know? I've been streaming this game for so long and like nobody appreciates the tile set I'm using. Nobody appreciates the fact that I was raised on the ASCII graphics, but I don't want the tiles to be weird rectangles that are taller than they are wide. Halt all fishing duties? Do I have... It looks like all fishing duties are halted right now. Nobody's, like, doing anything there. Time to make a dwarven arena where brave goblins are dumped from great heights to be killed by dwarven recruits below. You know, you might be onto something there. Oh, hold on. Oh, hold up. A forgotten beast is fighting. Excuse me. Where is this happening? A forgotten beast? Oh. Oh yeah. So, I totally forgot when this fort first started, like when I first started streaming, I was digging a tunnel over to where this forgotten beast is, because this forgotten beast has been just hanging out at the edge of the map in the caves, not even doing anything. And basically this forgotten beast here is a shit monster. I'm not like exaggerating there. That's not like a hyperbole I'm using or anything. See, it's a quadruped composed of mud, Has long antennae and it undulates rhythmically. Beware its poisonous gas. So it's a mud monster, constantly emitting poisonous gas. So, I mean, since shit doesn't literally exist in this game, it's a shit monster. Basically, it's a shit monster. Anyway. What happened with that goblin? Did it die? Oh yeah. That goblin died big time. Wrestler hacks the goblin in the head with his adamantine battle axe, and the injured part is cloven asunder. There we go. That's my military's training program. We release these captured goblins into the barracks. And that's what happens. The military rises to meet them. My tileset would be pretty good if it wasn't square. But then it wouldn't even be a tileset, that would just be the default game. What would change? Like, all that would change is, like, the color scheme. Square is perfect. Square is beautiful. Square is what everybody should use. Somebody got interrupted by a troll somewhere. Where is that troll? Oh. It's in the stairwells here. There's a troll here. I'm gonna send the military after that. Okay, guys, go kill that troll. The rough bastions. I'm gonna follow this troll too, to make sure the military captures it. And by captures it, I mean kills it. There's a dog chasing it. Look at it. Holy shit, so those blue squares, that's troll blood being splattered everywhere by this dog. That is a hardcore dog. Oh my god. If this dog just kills the troll, then my god, that would be incredible. The human merchants have left. Okay. Look at, there's one of my military dwarves just wandering off in some random direction. There's a mace dwarf. Oh, there's one of my wrestlers, I think? That was, what's his name? Sparrowhawk. He's got a masterpiece silver mace. Hopefully he's gonna go bash that troll's skull in. Alright. And he did it. This dog is a hero, by the way. That's a good dog. And this guy, oh yeah. Killed a troll, killed a goblin, killed a giant cave spider. It's a good dwarf. Oh, what have I been missing in the chat here? Ah. Whoop. Shit does exist in the game, but it's unused. The Sins of Bone. I didn't know you could play as a goblin in adventure mode. Shit, substance, grime, and filth. See, I'm in this weird place with tile sets where using a graphical tile set for me would actually make the game less intuitive. Because it's like, yeah, you would have sprites where you'd have like an actual picture of a dwarf to serve as a dwarf. But then you would have other random stuff like, what is this thing right here? This, there's an anthill right here on the surface. That has the same tile as like a well. So to me, it would look like there's a well on the surface here, when it's actually just an anthill. I would have to learn weird shit like that if I were to use a graphical tile set. Let's see, Fishy Fire, I think, yeah, you're still in the military, as far as I know. Let's see. Oh yeah, we were playing Zelda shop music, now we have Zora music. What else is going on? Why is there a pasture full of animal corpses? About that, you see some goblins invaded. Again. And they kind of killed all the animals. They, yeah, they kind of killed the giraffe, and the buffalo, and the yaks, and the alpacas. The goblins got everything. Basically. Oh, the Duke has ended a mandate. Does that mean he died? Oh no, he's still alive. Oh great, we have mandates from the mayor and the Duke now. They want leggings and maces. Okay. Ah, damn it. I need the Duke to get better so he can issue work orders. Ugh. Somebody hurry up and treat the Duke. Build the trap, that's the end of my Patreon funding. I don't think you were funding me on Patreon. Hold on. Hold on a second. Few goblins. Oh no! Fishy Fire was found dead dehydrated. Why did he become dehydrated? What happened? That's really weird. We have drinks. What happened to him? Rest in peace. That means we need another dwarf here. Oh, how many migrants did I get, by the way? Oh, I only got like 6. Okay, well... Here's a peasant, shore-assed. You're gonna be Fishy Fire the second. Here we go. There you go. When you die of dehydration in the drink stockpile. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I really don't know how you could have died of dehydration in that spot. That's just the damnedest thing. Alright, so we finally have some coffins that I can build in the cat tomb here. Alright. It's not as much as we need, but it's something. You know, it occurs to me, since the mayor and the Duke are now different people, I'm gonna need to make a bedroom for the mayor. You know what I think I'll do? I'll just make the mayor's room part of the cat tomb here. Let's give a masterpiece door. And I'll let the mayor, like, use this bedroom that's off to the right or something. And I just realized that's an inaccessible spot. Oh wait, no it's not. Not entirely. But I do need to build another door, like, right here. Boom. Oh man, Star Fox music. I'm turning that up. This game had, like, such better music than I remembered. Oh, tuna fish. Yeah, you weren't here when I explained the bedrooms. See, if you look very carefully, they spell out words. If you try to ignore, like, where the doors are placed and where the beds are placed, you'll see that they spell things. So you got P, L, U, M, right here, P, Helmets. They all spell words. And this all started when people criticized my bedrooms so much that I wrote out ugly bedrooms right here. Those were the first bedrooms I ever carved out. No, it's not plume helmets, it's plump helmets. Oh wow, another Star Fox track. Oh hey, Muffin the Second became a swords dwarf. I guess that means he trained enough to graduate from being a recruit. He's now a competent swords dwarf. Good for him. Okay. Let's set up another training program here for the military. A doge to the left of the bedrooms. No, that's a cat. Obviously. Like if you scroll down on my Twitch page, you'll see a bunch of cats. The same cat is here in the bedrooms. And is obviously a cat. Masterfully illustrated. It's definitely not a doge. Doges don't have the little sideways 3 mouth. Anyway, this is going to be the mayor's bedroom here. We get a nice willow bed in there. We're going to need a table in there so it can also be a dining room. We're going to need a chair. Oh, chair. There we go. So it can also be an office. It's a good cat. I don't see how this could possibly look like a dog. It is obviously exactly the same as the cat illustrations on the Twitch page here. You know what I think I should do? I think I should smooth the cat. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna tell him to smooth out the cat here, just the outline of it. This is gonna take a minute. So everybody will know. This will make it even more evident that it's a cat and not a doge. You think I have the artistic ability to draw a doge? It's obviously a cat. Oh boy, this takes a while. You know, maybe I could just use the mouse for this. I can. Oh my god. Oh, it's so much easier. It's so much easier. Oh my god. How did I ever live any other way? Oh. I can just click on it. I can just click on it. Oh. Whoa. Smoothing everything. Smoothing the whole cat. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Boom. That is going to be one smooth-ass cat. I messed up what? No, I don't think I messed anything up on the cat face. Less curve on the right side. I think I see what you're saying. But it's fine. Let's see, mop. You have 40 goblins to execute? Well, you could do what I do. Release them into your barracks for some real-world combat experience for your dwarves. Of course, I've been releasing them like one at a time. I might need to step that up a little. Somebody had the idea of dropping them down from somewhat of a height into the arena here. But I'm not sure how I would do that. I have an idea. I think I could set that up. I need to take a really quick bathroom break though. I'm gonna be right back. You guys can watch as they rig this cage up to a mechanism and then pull that lever right there to release it into the barracks. Maybe that'll happen before I get back, maybe not. Anyway, BRB, 1 second. Did I miss anything? Oh yeah, I made a fishy fire the second. He's in the military now. Oh, bye dry bread. Maybe I'll see you again in the future. In other streams. Oh, I think they released the goblin, right? Wankman the Fourth is there, JT is there. Oh, he's an adept spear dwarf now. That's pretty great. Oh yeah. And that goblin got mangled. I usually like to check and see how the goblin died. That one was by a spear dwarf stabbing it in the head with an adamantine spear. That's pretty extreme. Let's see, Fishy Fire the Second. Yeah, Fishy Fire the Second is right here in the military right now. Watching a dodging demonstration. And wielding something maybe? An adamantine battle axe. Doing pretty good there. Doing pretty good. Okay. So I have an idea of how I can drop goblins down into the barracks here. I'm gonna widen this little tunnel right here. Release the pink M's. Those are plump helmet men, if you weren't here for that. But I might do that at some point. So I have an idea of how I can make the goblins drop down into the barracks here. I'm going to build a little hut on the hill above the barracks here, and the floor of it will be a bridge, so that any goblins that go into it will drop down from that bridge and fall into the fort. That's the plan for now. Oh yeah, La Mulana. I never actually finished that game myself. I feel kind of bad for that. I mean, what I played was really good. It just got to be, like, really frustrating eventually. And there's just, like, a lot of traveling back and forth between areas. It made it pretty rough. Alright, so up here, I need to dig some channels. Oh, and I'm gonna need to cut down that tree there. I'm gonna need to build some walls outside here too. So the plan here is I'll make this little wooden hut on the surface of my fort. And this will be sort of where, you know, some goblin prisoners will be kept. And there'll be a mechanism in this little hut above ground where the floor drops out and they will fall into the barracks. That'll give a nice little, that'll give a nice advantage to the military dwarves. The goblins will have to go through like a 2-story fall, and they'll be kinda stunned once they land in the barracks. Original or remake? Oh, I played the remake of La Mulana. The version that's on Steam. I got it for like $2 in a sale or something. That's the one I played. Oh, is anybody farming? That is a good question. Because in the last stream, I realized all the farmers were dead. Okay, we have 2 gelders here, though. The gelders should be farmers. Yeah, they're probably going to be the only ones who are farming right now. Something like a 3 or 4 tile fall instead of 1 or 2. Well, is that going to be a good amount though? Because I want them to be wounded but not killed. I don't want them to die in the fall because then the dwarves won't get any practice fighting them. And that's the main concern. Three or 4 will only wound? Okay. Well, there's still time to build it taller. Look at all these dwarves coming out here building up the walls. Armor in this game, unlike reality, won't break your bones if you land on it. Also, this is neat. Earlier in the stream, the credits music for Sonic 1 played. Now the credits music for Sonic 2 is playing. Wait, why did they suspend building this wall? What's blocking the site? There's nothing there. This video game music, basically, I just went on YouTube and I made a really long playlist of my favorite video game music, and I put it through a randomizer so that it plays random videos while I'm streaming. Alright, let's make the channel a little bigger there. It kind of sucks because when I upload archived streams to YouTube, I get like 10 million copyright claims per video, but that doesn't bother me too much. It's Nintendo that does it mostly, you know. But it's not like I make, or would make, tons of ad money from archived streams anyway. So it's fine. I would rather, you know, have the music playing during streams and have it be fun than just, like, not have it and then be able to monetize my videos. Okay, this is for Mayor Plump helmets, alright. Mayor Plump helmets gets that table. And Mayor Plump Helmets gets that chair. Okay. Now I need chests, and a cabinet, and a weapon rack, and an armor stand. Do I have any chests? Bags, bags. Okay. I have some chests, but they're not very good. Oh, there's a macadamia wood chest. That seems pretty good. And a peach wood chest. Okay. Do I have a cabinet to give to Mayor Plump Helmets? Yeah, okay. There you go. You can have a guava wood cabinet. And what else did he want? A weapon rack? Don't have a weapon rack. Armor stand? Don't have an armor stand. Okay. Oh, the manager is still in the hospital, so I have to manually tell them here. Make some silver armor stand. And... oh, hold on. No, not a silver cage. Silver weapon rack. Where's a weapon rack? There we go. Yeah, okay. How many masterworks do I have? Well... do you mean artifacts, or just, like, masterpiece furniture and stuff? Because if it's furniture and things like that, then it's way too many to count. But artifacts, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see, we have a coffer, a bracelet, a leather cap, a bone bracelet, an whatever that is, and a leather shield. Those are all the artifacts in this fort right now. Quintet games, I played a little bit of ActRaiser, like a long time ago. That's a SNES game, right? I played some of that, but not for very long. That's the only one of those that rings any kind of a bell to me. Okay. I'm continuing the construction of Goblin Tower here. Let's have them make a little stairway on the outside here, so we can start building it higher. There's going to be this small goblin tower up on the surface here. It's gonna drop the goblins down into the barracks, if I build it right. You know what? I didn't know that you can buy simulated used anime girl panties. I sure didn't know that. Believe it or not. There's a chemist that had to demean himself enough to study what used panties smell like and then replicate that stench. Uh-huh. And I'm sure it's different for every anime girl, right? I'm sure. I'm sure they all have their own smell. That stench. Yeah, ActRaiser is something I would have liked to go back to, because I did enjoy it for what little time I played it. It seemed fun. Now, a big thing I'm going to question here is, am I going to be able to build a, am I going to be able to build a cage on top of a bridge? Is that something you're able to do in this game? Because if not, then I'm going to have to, like, maybe reevaluate the logistics of this little goblin tower. DSP still makes videos, yeah? Oh yeah, Chrono Trigger is great. The Final Fantasies were great. Wrong chat. Alright, let's see. I'm building another floor onto the Goblin Tower here. This is the part where I have to be a little more deliberate in what I do. I have to have them just make like one wall at a time, or else they're gonna like trap themselves. In fact, I think I have to like, yeah, just have them do a couple of tiles at a time. It's gonna be a little time consuming to build this, but I think it'll be worth it. I think it's a good time investment. How's our Duke? Is he still in the hospital? Yep. Godfrey the Duke. This is kind of interesting. His last name here means mesh room, but it looks like it's just mushroom with one letter changed. Meshroom. It's pretty funny. What are all these little T's? Hold on, are these all baby turkeys? Oh my god, they are. My dining room is just flooded with baby turkeys right now. Oh boy. In the future, these dwarves are going to be eating so much turkey meat. We're going to have dwarven Thanksgiving. Who else is still resting here? This Mark dwarf. Whoa, what the hell is this? His upper left back is gone? Oh no, upper left back teeth. Okay. That's a little more understandable. How's this other dwarf in here? The woodworker? Only your left hand is messed up. Come on. That's not that bad. It just needs addressing. Come on. Okay. I feel like this Diddy Kong Racing music ends up playing during every single stream. Even though it's kind of randomized. We always end up with a good healthy dose of Diddy Kong Racing here. One thing I always loved in games like that, one thing I still kind of love, was when, like, they would have different music for every character. And, like, in the title theme of Diddy Kong Racing like this, it was a medley of every different character's music. I always loved stuff like that. Or like in the Sonic games, when the credits music was a medley of every stage song you heard before that. Dwarven Thanksgiving. I haven't done Dwarven Thanksgiving yet. I did RimWorld Thanksgiving back in November. That was a great time, by the way. I made all of these characters, like, half of them were the Founding Fathers and half of them were Native Americans. I was always the mouse, and the mouse is the flute. Funny thing, when Diddy Kong Racing came out, I always played as Conker, the squirrel. And this was, like, before all of the shit came out, like Conker's Bad Fur Day. And in fact, when somebody first told me there was going to be a Conker's Bad Fur Day with, like, all kinds of horrible violence and, like, squirrel sex and shit, I was like, that's not real. You're making that up. And then it happened. It was a real game. I couldn't believe it. They tried to make Conker like a legit, just like kids video game character for a while. He had like a Game Boy game called Conker's Pocket Tales. But like nobody cared about that, so they were just like, oh, fuck it. Let's just make a game with like a bunch of horrible violence and like poop jokes and stuff. And you got Conker's Bad Fur Day, which was pretty successful. I never played it, but I heard it was really good. People really liked it. This sucks. I have to just build these walls one tile at a time. Slowly but surely it's happening. I'm gonna cut down some of these nearby trees also, just to make the elves angry. Hey, Luigi! Yeah, I think I also own the Conker Game Boy game. I'm not sure. But I also found it pretty boring and not fun. Conker's Bad Fur Day is probably better. That's another one of those maybe one day I'll stream it kind of things. Like, add that to the list of things I will maybe one day play. Nobody's building this little section of wall, and I don't know why. Bad Fur Day is overrated, huh? Poop Song is awesome. Yeah, I've never played it, but just from like observing random clips of it, I could see it maybe being one of those things where like the humor and like the novelty of it kind of overwhelms the game itself. I wouldn't be surprised if that kind of thing happened with it. Ahead of things like South Park and Borat. There were South Park N64 games too. I'm not sure how good they were, but I know they existed. Novelty. Oh. Okay. I'm taking this dwarven, or this goblin tower to the next level here. We're cutting down the trees, that's good. Oh no, I think part of the walls right there got destroyed when I cut down those trees. Wait, hold on. What's going on here? I'm not sure what's going on with this. I'm just gonna, like, remove everything in this area and rebuild. First South Park game, the shooter was pretty punishing. It was very fun to cheat on, some interesting weapons. Satire on Doom and Quake. It's pretty crazy. I mean, that game had to have come out when there were only like 1 or 2 seasons of the show out, and now it's been on the air for like 30 goddamn years or something. I haven't kept up with that show for quite a while. I mean, the main reason is just that I don't have cable anymore, but I haven't really cared to keep up with it for a long time. From the way I see it, a lot of what they're doing with the show in the more recent seasons, like they're making it too currently topical. They're just making it about things that are hot in the news in like the week prior to the episode. So they're kind of like instantly dated. Whereas a lot of the older ones are somewhat timeless, you know? You know, to an extent. Anyways, we have this dizzy mason up here coming to remove the construction I told them to remove. Timeless games? No, I was talking about a timeless TV show. Not games. Yeah, TV. I was saying, a lot of the older South Park episodes are more timeless, whereas, yeah, like The Simpsons, it's very similar to The Simpsons. The older seasons are a lot more timeless, whereas now they just make them really topical, guest starring hot celebrity of the week, and all that stuff. Things that really don't age well. Speaking of things that don't age well, and speaking of The Simpsons, I remember, like, back in a pretty early season of The Simpsons, maybe like the 3rd or 4th season or something, they had this episode with a gay character. Like, the family meets this guy who turns out to be gay, and he, like, becomes, you know, good friends with Homer. And, you know, they have so much in common, and they're, like, really good friends and all that stuff. He's friends with like the whole family. And from what I remember, like it's not until later in the episode Homer learns that he's actually a gay person. And it's like this big suspenseful sequence where Bart was going to like hang out with the family's new gay friend, and Homer was like, I have to stop him before it's too late, and like forbids Bart from spending any time with the gay person, because this was like a long enough time ago that people believed shit like, oh, all gay people must also be like child molesters or something, and like you obviously can't let your child spend any time around a gay person. And it's an episode that has aged horribly. It's like, if I remember right, it ends with Homer being like, listen, I don't have a problem with you, you can go on living your life, but you better live your life way the hell away from my family, and like not have any social contact with my family in the future. And like that's how it ends. Like they never see the gay guy again, because Homer is just like, hey, I'm not comfortable with you being around my family and being gay. Yeah, I think you're pretty right about that, Tuna Fish, because there was an episode in a later season where one of Marge's sisters turns out to be gay. You know, Patty or Selma, I don't remember which one, because they're like the same. And it was handled in like a completely different way. It's just like, yeah, okay, she's gay or whatever. Episode ends with the gay man saving him and they all learn a lesson. I don't know, I would have to watch it again, because I think I have the season that contains that episode on DVD. Well, yeah, you say it's a very new one where one of the ants is gay, but it was probably like 10 years ago, because it's probably been that long since I watched a brand new episode of The Simpsons. He shoots Robot Santa. But yeah, I'd really like to watch that one episode again and see if it's really, like, as weird as I remember. Are these, like, random tree roots just, like, suspended in the air here? What is this? It's tree. Okay. That's just tree right there. I need to, like... I'm having a really hard time building Goblin Tower right here. Alright, well I can start on the next level of Goblin Tower, and this will probably be the uppermost level of it. I need to put one last stairway here and make a roof over Goblin Tower. And let's see. This will be the bridge. Right here. Oh. He was a semi-celebrity cameo. Oh, I didn't even know that. The episode is named Homer's Phobia. Oh. Oh boy. That's pretty great. I can't believe that. Liquor fan liked Futurama more than The Simpsons or South Park. I think Futurama was really great. And, You know, that was one of the things people always cited as like, oh, it was this great tragedy that it got canceled before its time. But then after the cancellation, they started making new episodes that were just nowhere near as good as the old ones. Like, when I started watching the new episodes, I was like, oh, maybe it's a good thing it got canceled. Maybe it actually got canceled just in time before it went on too long and got bad. Yeah, the movies were not good, and I don't think the later seasons were good either. It's unfortunate. Yeah, the first, like, 3 or 4 seasons of Futurama were great. Nah, I watched the last couple seasons, and I don't think they were really good. It is a shame. But, yeah. You know, I barely remember the series finale of Futurama. It seemed like a fairly generic Futurama tearjerker episode, you know how they like to do. But like, when it got to be that late into the series, I kind of felt like they were trying too hard to make their emotional episodes. Like, they struck gold with that Fry's dog episode, and they tried to like recapture that lightning so many times after that, and they weren't able to in those later episodes, I don't think. Like, they tried to make this emotional episode about how, like, Hermes saved Bender from being scrapped as a baby or something. It's just like, what? Like, that's the emotional episode you're gonna try to make? It was really weird. Futurama, my dad's place, he called it a kids show. I told him he was wrong. And one of the less good episodes came on. And this is a kids show and it's bad. Well, I thought they were trying to make it an emotional episode, because, you know, it ends with, like, the montage with the whole, like, sad song playing in the background. You know, the whole, like, inspirational, uplifting music playing in the background. So I assumed they were going for an emotional reaction. But I'm just like, come on. How do you try and make an emotional episode about Hermes and Bender? Just like two of the least emotional characters in the show. Oh, is somebody finally building the bridge? That's what I've been waiting for all this time. Oh man, yeah, construction scaffolding, that would be so great. I so wish I could just, you know, make a whole construction blueprint and have the dwarves, you know, intuitively build it in an order that doesn't ruin the whole process. Well, why has a spear dwarf been found dead? Oh, that's one of the monster hunters down there. That's fine. No big deal. Fluids/steam update or myth and magic? Oh, I don't know. Ah, man. Okay, this is gonna be a pain. So I can't put a cage directly on top of a bridge. So I'm gonna have to, like, have an extra free tile where I place the cages. This is gonna be hard to do, actually. I might have to reevaluate this goblin tower. I think what I might want to do is, not have it be a retractable bridge that drops the goblins down, but maybe... maybe make it like a floor that collapses? I don't know. This is gonna be hard to figure out. But anyway, I need to build a floor right here. And cover up Goblin Tower with this. This will be the roof of Goblin Tower. Alright. Use a bridge and tie it to a lever. Well, yeah. Like, I put the bridge right here. That's what this is. My issue is I can't put a cage directly on a bridge. So I can't, like, release the goblins directly onto the collapsing floor. This is gonna be hard to do. I'm having such a hard time making this goblin tower look good. You see my problem though, like I try to place a cage, like I'm trying to do right here, and it just says building present. So I can't actually put a goblin cage directly onto the collapsing bridge. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to deal with this. Unless there's some other way I could, like, restrain a goblin up there? Like, maybe use a chain? I don't know. A restraint? Let me see. Yeah, I can't put a restraint there either, or I would do that. Nobody's coming up here to build stuff. What's going on? Catapult stockpile, what? Now my other issue, I think, going into this is... you know, I could have them put the cages on a tile right here next to the bridge, but then how do I block them off from getting to this stairway? Because a way for the dwarves to get in is also a way for the goblins to get out. Like, I guess I could always build a wall every time we put a goblin prisoner up here. But that seems really difficult. It seems like there should be a better way to automate Goblin Tower up here. And we have a seasonal autosave happening here. I want to know, if anybody here is really experienced in this game, what's a good way to build a little goblin prisoner stockpile here? And like, you know, just build this tower with a collapsing floor to release them into the barracks. That's what I need. But it's just so hard to figure out logistically. Because I could make like you know, tiles on each end here to hold the cages and release the goblins, but what is to actually make them stand on the collapsing floor? A cave-in location might be good. I mean, I actually do kind of want the prisoners to survive the fall. You know, ideally I would want them to get injured by the fall, but not killed by it. Because then, you know, they could drop down there and serve as practice targets for the military. Catapult the objects into a wall above the collapsing floor. I've never built a catapult in this game, though. I'm not sure how I would do that. Yeah, the ideal thing to do would be to drop the prisoners from a somewhat small height, just enough to injure them, but not kill them. But yeah, have them drop into this area and be injured but not killed, and be released from their cages. Yeah, Liquor Fan, what you said is what I've been doing, is just releasing them directly into the barracks. But I think having a drop is a little more fun. Plus, if I'm able to drop them down and have them be injured, then there can be, you know, I can release more than one prisoner at a time and feel a little safer about that. You know, a drop site might be a good idea. What I kind of wonder is, if they drop a cage into a pit, will the cage break on its own? Or is that, like, not likely to happen? That'll be the big question. Whatever happens, Goblin Tower is starting to look pretty good. If I can say so myself. Ooh, some more La Mulana music. The cage would not break on drop. The creature is caged, the dwarf will release it from the cage. Rather than bringing the cage to the pit, the dwarf will lead the beast to the pit and throw it in. But will they even do that with a goblin? Because I think if a dwarf tries to lead a goblin out of a cage, they'll like immediately be terrified of the goblin as soon as they start to let it out. Yeah, that's kind of my plan right now, Liquor Fan, is just you know, put them down right next to the cage and wait for, or put them down right next to the bridge, wait for them to walk onto it, and then drop it out from under them. But there is kind of an issue with that plan in that I have to prevent them from using the stairway to get down every time I place prisoners up there. They shouldn't be terrified. So what would the pit be? Would that be like a zone? Let me check what I have in the way of zones here. Pit / pond? Is that what it needs to be? I don't know. I might need to look this up on the wiki. See how a pit works. Oh boy. A pit / pond requires a ramp or a hole with adjacent flooring on which a dwarf can stand. Designate the zone at the top of the ramp or hole, such that the zone designation is floating in the open space above the floor of the pit / pond. Okay, okay. Oh, I see we had a thief. Okay. That's no big deal. You designate the prisoner to the pit in the P menu. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, I think I'm getting it. Okay, this doesn't seem like it'll be too hard. But I am gonna need to build a lever for that bridge there. So let me see. I'll probably only need to use this lever one time. So let's do this. I'll just put it like over here by the stills. Link the bridge up to that. And then the pit will be up here. Okay, this ought to be pretty good. Actually, what I think I'll do is just put a little hole right here in the roof of Goblin Tower. Then, theoretically, dwarves will bring goblins up to the roof here. They'll throw them down into this hole, and they will go all the way down into the barracks. And this ought to be fun. I think this is gonna be the way. I think this is gonna do it. I never even knew about pit zones before this. Just to make this prettier, I'm gonna build one more little piece of wall there. I'm gonna be like so happy if this works. Okay. Slurp indeed. Okay, while they remove that section of floor, I'm gonna refill my drink, since you just heard me slurp. I'll be back in just a second. Okay. Who is ready to see Goblin Tower in action? Build an external wall on Goblin Tower? Do you think that's really necessary? I mean, if somebody gets to Goblin Tower from the outside, they have to drop down into the pit anyway. Well, theoretically. I don't know why they're not, like... Why has a Mace Dwarf entered a martial trance just now? Yeah, that's one of our monster hunters down in the caves. What I really need to know is just how to clear out this bit of tree right here. I need to get rid of this tree chunk right here. But yeah, anyway, let's assign somebody to the pit here. So I think this needs to be the zone right here. It is a pit. Boom. And let's assign somebody. Let's assign this goblin to the pit. Nungagus, the goblin. Now, can I find this goblin and follow it to see what happens? Let's see here. Where is that goblin? This one, okay. Wait, following Mr. Wankman, hold on. Let me see, does anybody have that? Oh, here we go. This fish dissector right here is apparently going to take the goblin to the pit. Look at that, he's leading it. That's him right there. He's got the goblin. Let's see him drop it into the pit. Test dog, no. We're gonna go full on. We're gonna use a test goblin here. Let's see what happens. A goblin is as good a guinea pig as any. I think this is gonna be fun. Yes, yes. Carry him to Goblin Tower. Muffin, no, I think you're just a swords dwarf at the moment. Not yet the military captain. That's still JT, who has not been in a Dwarf Fortress stream in forever, by the way. Somebody needs to get him here. Tell him to get on it. Oh, shit. You know what? I actually do need to retract the bridge before somebody can be put in the pit. That's gonna be a problem. That goblin is just gonna fall down onto the bridge right now. Shit. Okay, hold on. Cancel that. Can you go put that goblin back in the cage, please? Yeah, okay. I think he's gonna go put it back in the cage. I totally forgot. We need to link that bridge. And pull the lever so the bridge isn't in the way. Oh man, I hope the goblin isn't free now. Let's see what's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be great if he just puts this goblin back in the same cage. But I think worst case scenario, the military is gonna swarm this goblin and kill it. I don't know. We've got more like high intensity goblin escorting music. So, yeah, I think he put the goblin right back into a cage. That's pretty great. Anyway, is anybody linking up this bridge? Okay, here's the mechanic doing it. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm surprised as well that this is apparently properly coded in. They actually managed to escort a prisoner and not get terrified by it. Now the test will be, is the pit deep enough that it injures a goblin but doesn't kill it? Now another thing I'm curious about. Has the Duke recovered from his injuries yet? It looks like it. Okay. Godfrey the Duke, yep, he's recovered and is finally going off to manage those work orders. That's great news. And the outpost liaison is here. Alrighty. Let's bring some crafts to the depot. There we go. Boom. Oh look, I forgot they were smoothing out the cat. Oh, it looks so weird now. Being only like partially smoothed. Oh, this might be really bad. I think this is gonna make the cat look even worse. Oh man, the Duke is mad that we haven't made those leggings yet. Copper leggings. I'll let him manage the work order so he knows it's gonna be done. Oh no! The Forgotten Beast Tharumi has come. A huge humanoid composed of grime and filth. Is this another shit monster? It has a pair of long antennae, and it has a gaunt appearance. Beware its poisonous gas. It's another shit monster. What is happening to my fort? Oh god. We never got rid of the mud monster though, did we? Yeah, the mud monster is still there. I totally forgot about that one. And now we have Tharumi, the Forgotten Beast, also made of shit. Except this one is grime and filth instead of mud. We have a shit human and a shit quadruped. This is great. Just wonderful. I don't know if, like, do I even need to deal with this thing? One of the random-ass monster hunters living here will probably kill it. And if not, then, like... shit, human actual shit. The other is just mud. I mean, it's mud with toxic gases also. You smell that? It's the shit. The way the shit clings to the air, it's the shit winds. Round these parts, we hear tales of a shit man who roams the caves at night. We hear he comes silent but deadly, and poisons with gas. Oh my god. There's a Marks dwarf right here, kind of heading in the direction of the shit human. Ugh. The mud one is like muck, yeah. It's mud with poisonous gas. Like, do I need to send the military down here, or... Oh, it's fighting an elk bird now. Oh, it actually killed an elk bird. Look at that. Let's see. Oh, the Forgotten Beast kicks the elk bird in the left antler with its left foot, and the severed part sails off in an arc. It just kicked the elk bird's antler off. Let's see. The Forgotten Beast breathes a cloud of its boiling extract. Okay. Damn. So it just kicked the elk bird's head in the end. I'm surprised it actually won a fight. Breathes boiling diarrhea. Yeah. I think that's pretty much what happened. The elk bird breathed in some boiling diarrhea there. Wow, I just saw another elk bird get killed by it. Oh no. They keep getting their heads kicked in. There's a shit man down here just kicking these elk birds' heads in. This is so stupid. I hate these beasts. I'm looking at Goblin Tower again. Did they retract the bridge yet? Okay. They retracted the bridge. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put Goblin Tower on hold for a minute. I want my military to kill these shit beasts. I'm gonna move my military down this way. I'm gonna station them down in the caves. And then I'm gonna send them after the shit man. Although, you know, these Forgotten Beasts are kind of fair after the first one we had, which was, you know, the pterosaur made of stone that breathed fire. I would much rather face a couple of shit people after that. Anybody coming down here? What's going on? It's taking them a while. A literal garbage human. I think he's actually a shit man. Like, unironically. I didn't even know creatures in this game could be made of grime and filth. It's just the worst. Okay. Alright, the military is starting to gather here, finally. Somebody brought their baby along. I always loved how military dwarves carried their babies with them. Like, you gotta learn somehow or another. Alright, I think enough of them have gathered. I'm gonna give them the official order now. Go kill the shit human. Oh man, can they be made of candy? That would just be the worst Forgotten Beast ever. That would just be the, you know, your fort is over at this point, Forgotten Beast. Let's see if they can kill the shit man. Let's see if they fare better than the elk birds. Here they come. They're breathing in the boiling diarrhea. And they've killed it. Yep. It's dead. I don't know if it even did any damage to them, really. But man. The wrestler hacks the Forgotten Beast in the upper body with his adamantine battle axe, and the injured part is cloven asunder. Yeah. I think they fucked up that shit human. He's done. It's not even his mangled corpse, it's his mangled grime. God. Okay, where's the other beast now? Where's the mud quadruped? Alright. I'm gonna go let the military kill that mud beast also. Steam beasts? Yeah, we were talking about adamantine. I've actually seen a steam beast in one of my forts before. And I think I've talked about this at one point, but you would expect, you know, a monster made of steam to be just the most unstoppable thing ever. Because, oh, how could you possibly do damage to something that is made of, like, a vapor? But really, a steam beast is like the easiest thing in the world to kill. You can just easily cut it in half. Yeah, I think there was a steam titan, maybe even in the same fort. Use a bridge smasher? Nah. Nah, we'll take it on with pure military strength. Through steam webs, and you propose to make steam lingerie. I think, yeah, I remember that. That rings a bell now. Alright, I need to station the military down here, near the mud beast. So they're ready to take it on. How well are they geared? I think they are mostly wearing, like, copper armor. They don't have the best armor in the world. It's kind of a hodgepodge. A lot of it is stuff that they've picked up from invaders. But they're doing alright. Stop prolonging gobble life. Yeah, the military's armor is mostly copper, maybe some steel here or there, and like 1 or 2 pieces of candy. You know, I bet goblins probably could be useful against forgotten beasts. I never really thought to implement them in that way. Now who's this? Oh, it's our captain of the guard, the expert spear dwarf, who should be wearing an artifact piece of candy armor. Yeah, he is. He's wearing the adamantine breastplate. And adamantine chain leggings? Oh man, steel gauntlets and a steel spear? Man, JT is decked out. Alright. Somebody go dig that out. So we can get to this mud beast. That yellow D, it's some kind of dead monster. It's a mangled Draltha skeleton. Alright, let's see if the beast figures out that it can come in that way. We might need to cut down this cave tree here. Come on in, beast. When a dwarf falls into a magma pipe. Alright, we got the military waiting here. Come on in. Forgotten beast. Is somebody picking up that Draltha corpse? What's happening here? What are you doing, miner? Why are you cleaning? Well, okay. That's fine. I'm not sure if I want to, like, order them to go over and just kill the Forgotten Beast, because, like, they might dodge into the water. You know, dwarves like to do stupid stuff like that. Well, here comes the woodcutter. He's gonna cut down that mushroom tree or whatever it is. That should give us a little more ground to fight the shit beast. Oh my god. Like, the whole military is gathered up here now, basically. Uh-oh, interrupted by a forgotten beast. Here it comes. And it's dead. Okay. Thank you, military. Good job, guys. The shit beast is dead. We have cleared the entire fortress of shit beasts. Great, great. Look at how short its combat log was. It's just this one page. Somebody cut its entire lower body off with an adamantine battle axe. That's how that fight went. Immediately, it got stabbed in the right front leg with a steel spear, and it fell over, and it was just done. It was just done. Alright. Butcher the beast and make shit feast. Sell to elves. Eh. if they feel like butchering the shit beasts, then they will. That's kind of up to the dwarves. I never, like, order them to do that. Okay, let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, the cat is looking pretty weird right now. Okay, I've got more coffins to place in the cat here. I totally forgot about telling them to, like, smooth out the cat there. Oh yeah, who was it that chopped the, what do you call it, the beast in half? I think it was Mr. Wankman the Fourth. Yep, it was Mr. Wankman the Fourth who chopped the mud beast in half. Well, good for him, I guess. Oh, you know what? I need this, silver weapon rack and silver armor stand in the mayor's room there. Oh, and the mayor wants us to make maces. I forgot about that. Let's make 3 silver maces. If you use DF hacks auto labor instead of therapist, it becomes trivial to change all those labors in a moment. Yeah, I don't know why, but I never really, like, bothered to use third-party software like that. Oh, more poults have hatched. I think that means more turkeys. Oh, yeah. Oh my god. Look at them all. How many eggs do these turkeys lay? There's like 10 baby turkeys there. Oh my god, we're gonna have so much turkey meat. These dwarves are not gonna know what to do. Anyway. This pit. Let's find a goblin. There we go. Let's assign that goblin to the pit. This one right here. Wait, why am I following a dwarven baby? There we go, the carpenter. Carpenter is going to put that goblin in the pit. No, labor management is masochism. I don't know. I don't know. It's gotten me this far. I'm so excited to test out Goblin Tower. Of course it's like this random-ass carpenter who was in the middle of the caves who was gonna go put that goblin in Goblin Tower. Any berserkers? I don't think I've had any of those yet. I haven't had a lot of dwarves go insane, actually. Only like 1 or 2 who couldn't complete their artifacts due to needing like really obscure materials. Guts. No, none of my dwarves have been guts so far. Okay, we're finally escorting this goblin to Goblin Pit. Symbol of sacrifice? What? Sacrificing this goblin? To the pit? It's happening? Chrono Trigger certain area songs give me anxiety. I kind of know what you mean. Like, they give you these really peaceful music tracks, but in the actual game, they are these areas of, like, incredibly difficult monsters. Oh yeah, military fodder? I mean, that's totally what I'm using my goblins for. That's why I have all those cage traps. We're about to see how well Goblin Tower works. Theoretically, this carpenter here will toss this goblin into the pit of Goblin Tower and injure the goblin, but then leave it, you know, just alive enough that the military can finish it off. It just takes such a long time to haul a goblin up there. It should stun him, yeah, that's good. That should help. It's like a 3 or 4 story fall, I think. It should be a good enough height that it's gonna wound the goblin, but not kill it. That's the goal here. Alright. There he is. And boom. Alright, he tossed the goblin down the goblin pit. The goblin is overcome by terror, stunned, distracted, right lower leg is hurt. Oh, look at that! The goblin bowman's head takes the full force of the impact, deflected by the goblin bowman's copper helm. Oh, the copper breastplate helped, okay. And the elkbird leather leggings. The goblin bowman's right lower leg takes the full force of the impact, bruising the skin. That wasn't very much damage. But, you know, it did stun the goblin, and here comes Mr. Wankman IV. Oh, it managed to get a shot off. Like, it managed to fire a shot at the military before they swarmed it and killed it. Alright, so it's dead. Good job, guys. Alright. Oh man, somebody chopped its head up with an adamantine axe. I think... Was that Mr. Wankman again? Yeah. Mr. Wankman IV is getting, like, quite the distinguished military career here. He killed a goblin. Oh, he killed... I think he killed both of the shit beasts. Yeah, he killed both the humanoid and the quadruped. It's pretty crazy. No, you're not dead yet. I think you're Gendo Tsunami, right? Yeah, you're still alive. Leading an axe demonstration. You're a novice axe dwarf and a talented spear dwarf. You're doing pretty good. How many kills have you got? 3 kills, hey, not bad. 2 goblins and a black mamba. So I wonder, maybe I should make Goblin Tower 1 floor higher. Yeah, traps at the bottom of the pit, I don't know about that. Because, you know, like I said, I don't want the goblins to die from this. I just want them to get injured and stunned a little in the fall. Let's put another goblin in Goblin Tower here. Let's test it out. The clothier here is gonna go escort this goblin. Oh, Fishy Fire, let's see. Do you have any kills? Where are you? There you are. Oh, no kills yet. Never killed a goblin. But you know, your day will come. You've got... what do you got? You got an adamantine battle axe, so... you'll manage something sooner or later. So this time, it should go a little smoother. It should go faster, I think, because theoretically, when he drops this goblin into the pit, the military dwarves will already be waiting there at the bottom. Oh shit, you know what? I forgot. There were traders here. I need to request our broker there. I totally forgot about that. Liquor Fan. Oh, Liquor Fan, your profession is the brewer. You're like the dedicated brewer right now. Yeah, there you are, brewing drinks right now. You started out as a spinner, but you're gonna become the brewer, like full on. Oh yeah, I know about the old, the trick of disarming the prisoners, but I don't know. I prefer to send the goblins into the pit with their armor on, because it, you know, it gives the military more realistic practice to work with. Yeah, I tried it in the past, and I had, like, a lot of difficulty somehow. Yeah, it's a really weird process where you have to, like, mass forbid and then mass reclaim items on the space. I don't know. And I mean, besides, even if I did disarm them, I wouldn't want to dump all of the armor that they're wearing, because it could be usable in some ways. They might be able to use all of that goblin armor. Okay, so we're gonna dump this goblin hammerman into a pit. And theoretically, he's going to be too stunned by the fall to even bother fighting back against our military. There he goes. And he's been dumped into the goblin pit. There he is. He's not wounded at all by that fall. His copper helm and copper breastplate, like, totally protected him. But look, there's the military, ready to pounce on him. And he's dead. No more goblin. Where is your copper breastplate now? Alright. They've done good work here. I love how they immediately start sparring as soon as the goblin is dead. Let's see here. Captain of the guard stabs the goblin hammerman in the head. Oh. Yep, so that's what did it. Looks like JT speared that goblin in the head. Killing it. Oh. have a look at something here. Okay, well, this fort has been going on for... Well, the stream has been going on for about 3.5 hours. I think I'm about to have to turn in. I'm getting pretty tired. Voice is wearing out a little. I'm gonna save my game here. But anyway, we had a lot of new people show up today, and that was really great. I'm glad so many people were here tonight. I'm glad that Goblin Tower is pretty much a success so far. In my next stream, which, you know, will be next Friday, theoretically, I'd like to make Goblin Tower 1 or 2 floors taller. Because the goblins aren't getting hurt enough in their fall. But I'll probably do that. And, you know, we faced off quite a lot of threats today. We had like a goblin invasion, had that Eden. We killed 2 whole shit beasts. And things are going pretty smoothly in this fort. You know, frames are getting a little lower than they were in the beginning, of course, but you know, that's gonna happen. But yeah, I think I said in my stream last week that I was gonna do some Majora's Mask really soon. Any new people watching right now, that's a game that I've been streaming quite a bit. Well, somewhat, recently, in addition to Dwarf Fortress. So hopefully, whenever I have another day off, maybe on Monday, which I think is the same thing I said last week, I can do some more Majora's Mask. And I'm close to the end of that game for anybody who likes Zelda games. You can see me finishing Majora's Mask for the first time in my life. Hopefully, pretty soon. But yeah, all of you new people, consider joining the Discord that I have, which is linked on my Twitch page here. You could always consider donations and all that as well. Follow along here so you're alerted to future Dwarf Fortress streams. What else? Trying to think of what else I can plug while the game is still saving. Oh, look, it's done saving. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, everybody who was here. It was good to have you all. Good to meet all of you new people. I'm signing off for the night, and hopefully I'll see a bunch of you again next week. Have a good night, everybody.